All right, so we are going to graph the function in the form ax squared plus c. And we want to graph the function, specifically 2x squared minus 1. So we want to plot the points on the graph with x values, -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. So we're going to create an xy table and plug in the x values into our function. So I'm going to take -2 and plug it into 2x squared minus 1. So 2, and the x changes to -2, and we're going to square that, and minus 1. So now I have 2 times 4 minus 1. So 8 minus 1 is 7. And then we have 2 times -1 squared minus 1. So now I have 2 times positive 1 minus 1. So 2 minus 1 gives us 1. 2 times 0 squared minus 1 gives us 0 minus 1, so -1. 2 times 1 squared minus 1. We're going to have 2 times 1 minus 1, and 2 minus 1 is 1. And then 2 times 2 squared minus 1. And now we'll have 2 times 4. 2 squared is 4 minus 1, and 8 minus 1 is now 7. So now we're going to take these ordered pairs again and plot them. So I'm going to take the first value, the x value, -2, and the y value 7. And we're going to plot that with the pencil. So -2, 7. Then the next is 1, 1. So, excuse me, -1, 1. So we're going to go to the 0, go left 1, up 1. Then we have 0, -1. So at the 0, go down 1. And our next order pair says 1 and 1. So we go 0, right 1, up 1. And then the next one has to be a reflection. So it's going to be at 2. And we're going to be at +7. That's how I know I have a parabola drawn correctly, is that the left side and the right side of the curve match when we think about the invisible line, invisible folding line that's down the middle. So go ahead and do one more. So this time it wants us to do -x squared plus 6. So we create our x and then plug in our x value. So now I have the opposite of -2 squared plus 6. So the opposite of 4 plus 6. So -4 plus 6 gives us 2. Now I want the opposite of -1 squared plus 6. So the opposite of 1 plus 6 will give us 5. Now the opposite of 0 squared, which is going to have no effect on that 0. So the opposite of 0 plus 6 gives us 6. And now we want the opposite of 1 squared plus 6. So the opposite, 1 squared is 1. And then we're going to add 6 here. So -1 plus 6 gives us 5. Now I want the opposite of 2 squared plus 6. Again, if you're going to use a calculator to do these calculations, you want to make sure you're typing in the parentheses. Otherwise, the calculator will not calculate the information correctly. So 2 squared is 4, so I want the opposite of 4 plus 6, and we're to 2. So now we're going to go ahead and plot our ordered pairs. So we want to plot -2, 2. So left 2, up 2. Then I want to plot -1, 5. So left 1, up 5. And we want 0, 6. So straight up on the y-axis gives us 0, 6. Go back. And as you're getting good at this, you'll notice that we want to reflect right over that top value. So 1, 5 is directly opposite -1, 5. And then we'll go to 2, 2. It's directly opposite the -2, 2. And we connect our tool, and we've got our parabola.